All right, we live.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom with B Lee and A Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday to talk basketball and the GOAT conversation. It is noon Eastern Standard Time, and here we are live on our YouTube channel. Okay, which you guys can go ahead and subscribe and get the membership. Everybody go check us out on our YouTube channel, but you also got us live on Brandon's page and in our group in Facebook. So peace out to everybody in Facebook. Shout out to all our TikTok followers and everybody who subscribes to us here at GOAT James Kingdom. Today's a great show. Obviously, we all know what happened last night. The Lakers go down 0-3 to the Denver Nuggets, and LeBron James' legacy is supposedly in jeopardy again. So today's episode, we will be talking about whether or not LeBron James' legacy takes a hit or any kind of positivity for the 2023 season. And we're also going to discuss, obviously, can anybody beat my Heat for the playoffs? But definitely it's going to be a great show. So we want to thank everybody for joining us. We're going to have our normal panel as usual. I see Twin Man is already up and ready for this. What's good, Twin Man? Appreciate you, brother. Brandon, say what's
Good,
up to
Twin Man.
everybody, man. Say what's up to everybody,
What's
Brandon.
good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Let's go ahead and get this started. So, yeah, I actually have a clip that I'm gonna play in a little bit, but it's kind of funny all the messages we probably been getting, me and you both, about Lakers being down 3 games to none. Like it's career defining moments for LeBron James. I just think it's hilarious. Year 20, that his career is on the line. It doesn't affect what he do with anybody else. I think most people going to still have him as number 2, and they're not going to change where he's at in the first place. Even if he win or loses, they're not going to change where LeBron. If you don't think LeBron's a GOAT, you're not going to move him up and down with a title. But somehow this is career defining, and they can't even describe why it's career defining. Which is pretty hilarious.
Twin Man, you can join the panel. I think Brandon knows how to reach you. He'll send you the
Yeah,
link.
I'll send
You're
it to
more
him.
than welcome as usual. Thank you guys. I mean, so but what if he goes? What if he comes back from 303? First time in
I mean,
NBA
it's
history.
not gonna change their minds. So I don't understand why it's career defining in year 20. No other player, no
Uh-huh.
matter if it's a superstar or not, career
Mm-hmm.
depending on what they do in year 20. LeBron is
Didn't
so great that they think he should be the best player in year
didn't,
20.
didn't Kareem get swept his last year in the finals?
I know Kareem last year he averaged 10 points a game, and no one really knocked him for that because it was year 20. It's year 20. LeBron got so many miles on his legs. It's just how it is.
If I'm correct, his last year was 1989. Correct?
Yeah, 1989.
They got swept. Yeah, he got swept in the finals by the Detroit Pistons in 1989. That was his last NBA season. Now I would
I
love
mean,
for one of them to say, "Oh, at least they were in the finals."
yeah. They never keep it consistent anyway, so they never keep it consistent. Just like Michael Jordan losing in the first round do not matter because it wasn't like it was on a big stage in the finals. But somehow LeBron losing now is career defining.
I mean,
Well,
I mean, who had them this far? Who had them beating Memphis? How many people had them actually passing Memphis?
I mean,
Not
no
too many
one had
people.
them winning a series in the first place.
They-
Like they thought they barely got out the play in.
oh, it is
They had to go in
hilarious.
overtime.
Yeah, man.
They played great this whole year.
Oh
Well, in the
my
playoffs, not the whole year in the playoffs. So they played great in the playoffs. It's just, you know, he just ran out of gas. You could tell in the fourth quarter they couldn't hold the lead. They get the lead and they just can't hold it.
But listen, the way the Denver Nuggets are playing right now, it's
They
not even
playing
about.
like the Spurs in 2014. That's how they're
Yeah,
playing.
lights out. Hey, Chris on YouTube, one of our members changed his name to Goat James Lakers Organization Trash. Shout out to you, my man. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to Frederick. Thank you for joining us as usual. We see Philip here. Y'all, what's good, man?
That
I
was
know you
good,
guys are
everybody.
hearing it. You guys are hearing it. But we've been hearing some outrageous things, right? But it's one thing to hear some outrageous things in the comments on your Facebook and on social media. As normal folks, we got all kind of crazy people that we follow, right? But we have some special people that are actually in the media, mainstream guys who have the most silliest takes. Brandon, are you ready to drop the bomb for them, please? Because these guys are the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and play it down there.
Yeah, let's play it now. Let's play it now.
Be in the eyes of Michael Jordan because he's lost too many times. I honestly think that is better for LeBron and his legacy, Chris, to lose in the Western Conference Finals rather than lose in the NBA Finals. I think that would be worse for LeBron if he gets to yet another Finals and he loses. If he loses in the Western Conference Finals, people will say, you know what? Denver was the best team in the West all year. Nobody expected the Lakers to get here. They beat the Warriors. They beat the Memphis Grizzlies. What a great season it was. But if LeBron was able to get to yet another Finals and wet the bed and not win, I think it's worse. I really do. I think losing before you get there, because then LeBron becomes 4-7, correct? An 11 championship.
Right.
And I think you would rather just leave it at 4-10, unless you win. I mean, 4-6, Chris. Unless you win, obviously. I'm talking about if he loses.
Right.
Which would be worse, losing in the finals or losing in the Western Conference Finals? And I think losing in the Western Conference Finals actually works more, or for his narrative, more than losing yet another championship. Because I've already called them the FFOT, which is the finals failure of all time.
But that's not.
The difference, I think, is there's only one conversation with LeBron James. It ain't about other players, Chris, and comparing him to Kareem or to Wilt or anybody else. It's about Michael Jordan. That's the only thing with LeBron. And it's like Marv Levy. Marv Levy went to 4 straight Super Bowls. That's nice. Nobody considers him the greatest ever, despite how many NFL coaches have been to 4 straight Super Bowls? Marv Levy and maybe Bud Grant. I'm not sure if he went to 4 straight, Chris, or he went to 4 and 5 years, or whatever the Vikings went to back then, and they never won. Bud Grant. And nobody ever talks about how great Bud Grant is as a coach. Nobody ever talks about how Marv Levy's one of the greatest coaches of all time. He went to 4 straight Super Bowls because he lost. This is my argument. If it's just about going and him going to 11 means something, then he should be considered better than Michael because he went to more finals. But it ain't about going. Whenever we talk about Michael Jordan, people think we're only looking at 6-0. No, it's the 10 straight scoring titles. It's Defensive Player of the Year. It's a first team all defense. It's all kinds of other stuff. It ain't just the 6-0.
There's just so much wrong with that take. Just so much wrong with that take.
There's so much right with that take. There's so much right with that take.
Like, it's this thing that
bro.
It's this thing that that Jordan fans do. They compare LeBron James to the Bills. I just don't understand. Like, how can you compare LeBron James, a 4-time champion, to the Buffalo Bills, who has never won a Super Bowl? I mean, it's just hilarious. Like, I just do not understand that narrative. That's what they go to all the time, the Buffalo Bills. Like, do they realize that LeBron James won 4 titles? I mean, 4. Since he came to the league, no one has won more than LeBron James. He's won 4. There has not been someone who won 5. So I don't understand this narrative. I just don't understand it.
Oh my God. Well, we got our panel here. Shout out to Wayne. Wayne, this is the first time seeing you on the show. Thanks for joining us, brother. Obviously, Twin Man got the link, so he's up, and we got Craig and Ralph here. What's up, Craig? Ralph, what's up, everybody? What's good, fellas?
Yeah, what's up? All
right, man. All right. So you guys are familiar with what the topic is today, right? You guys heard what the topic is today, correct?
Nah, what was it?
Today's topic is, does 2023, how does it affect LeBron James, right? How does this season affect his legacy as far as the conversation, the greatest of all time? Obviously, we see what Rob Parker thinks. Rob Parker thinks LeBron James should just nail it in now, losing the Western Conference Finals. Because if he loses in the finals, forget about it. It's even worse. It's not even, it's not even imaginable to think that he could win it. Just the fact that he might lose it is enough to say don't even go to it. So Wayne first was to show up. Wayne, what you think about Rob Parker's comments?
How blunt can I be without cursing?
Well, this is our platform. This is GOAT James Kingdom, and you got a Caribbean accent, so give it to us. Go ahead, man. Have fun. Have fun.
All right. I think Rob Parker is an idiot. He says a lot of crazy stuff. But point with the how does it affect LeBron's legacy? I think it solidifies his legacy because I'm just trying to figure out about 8 or 9 players who have played 20 years or more in the NBA. Which one of them has played at this level? I'm still looking for them. I literally did a breakdown of all the stats, all the regular season stats for each of them, and I literally had to combine players to match LeBron's stat line. That's just for the regular season. And added to that, I also tried to figure out in the playoffs for year 20 for these guys who was actually the number 2 option or arguably the number 1 option on their team. Kareem played 20 years. He was like number 4 or 5 on his team. Magic was already leading that team in terms of option. They weren't depending on Kareem to take them anywhere.
Year 20, yeah.
Right, in year 20. So Jamal Crawford, he played 1 game. Carter, he was a role player. Kobe was a shell of himself. Ain't nobody had the expectations that Bron has in year 20. And they still hold him as if he's prime LeBron. And something else I've always said, I would take, all with AD's injury woes and with this present team, I would take year 11 LeBron because AD's in year 11. I would take year 11 LeBron on this team to lead this team, and they would go much further. They would have a better record because I'm still waiting on AD to be the alpha on this team. I think they're just somewhat empty stats, and I think the whole Lakers organization, their paradigm is messed up. But to wrap it up here, it really doesn't affect his legacy because from 2-10 to the conference finals, and they ran into the best team in the West. That's an accomplishment in itself. I haven't seen anything that, what should I say, that tells me the Lakers could win this series. But we'll see what happens, the first to 4. But ultimately, it doesn't affect his legacy.
I have a question. Now, you said Kareem was like the 4th option. When would you say he was the 4th option? Because
in year 20.
In year 20.
In year 20.
Year 20. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say 87. He won the Finals
and
MVP.
here it is. Here we go. I was just gonna add to that. In year 20 for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he averaged 10 points and 4 rebounds per game, or 5 rebounds per game. And in the playoffs, he averaged 11 and 4. So yeah, and he shot 47. Right. He shot 47% from the field for that season, and he was the 5th option as far as field goal attempts and as far as scoring wise.
Right.
He was the 5th option. And they got swept in the finals, which is, I wonder how did that affect his legacy, because he got swept in the first, in the finals. But go ahead, Twin Man, it's your turn, Twin Man. What you think about your boy Rob Parker? You available there, Twin? You heard us?
He's a clown, man.
Rob Parker is a hack. He's a media hack. I honestly feel like Rob Parker's worse than Skip Bayless. Like, I'm serious. Like, that is the dumbest stuff I have ever heard in my life. First things first, if anybody's legacy is taking a hit this season, Giannis' legacy can take a hit this season. If anybody's getting any smoke, you got beat by. I'm sorry, Miami's doing their thing, but they weren't supposed to beat the Bucks, and the Bucks were favored to win this year.
But LeBron James, Giannis took a hit because now they got Joker ahead of him. That's what I'm hearing.
The Lakers went from 2-10 to the conference finals. That's an account, like the other brother said. That's an accomplishment in itself. Now, this is what I find funny. When it comes to LeBron James, standards change because finals appearances used to mean something. It was an accomplishment in itself just to get to the finals. But since LeBron started going so many times in a row, now it's what you did in the finals. This is what I tell people. LeBron James is the GOAT because the standard has to constantly change to keep him from being the GOAT.
Right.
You heard what he said? Oh, we're going to talk about scoring titles. We're going to talk about all NBA defense, but you notice how he didn't say all NBAs. You notice he didn't say all. You notice how he didn't say where you at on the scoring list. You notice he didn't talk about rebounds and assists. You notice all of that was left out, and he only picked the stats that favored who?
The GOAT.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Right.
It's annoying because when I ask people to give me something Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James at, other than scoring, they can't really say anything because then they'll try to point to a defensive player of the year. And so I asked a simple question: does the defensive player of the year make you a better defender than someone, or did you just win it that year? Because I asked who's a more versatile defender, LeBron James or Michael Jordan.
Versatility doesn't matter on defense. It only matters on shooting. They don't consider versatility on defense anything.
I'm sorry. At the end of the day, if anyone's trying to use this season to say this is a negative for LeBron James, it proves you're just a hater. They weren't even supposed to make the playoffs, let alone be in the conference finals. And if they turn around, I'm not saying it's going to happen because it's never happened. But if he did win 4 games in a row, what would people say then? You know the goalposts would shift then, right?
The refs. The
I
refs.
love that if word.
Don't let them win 4 in a row.
Hell yeah, I love that if word.
But Craig, let's be real here. Let's be real here. Did we expect the Cavaliers to come back and beat Golden State?
All I've been hearing was y'all using averages for everything in your whole speech just now.
Hold on, Craig, real quick, Craig. Can I ask you a question? Did you expect the Cavaliers to come back and beat Golden State that year?
No, because I lost money behind that, you know.
But for real, did anybody expect that to happen? That's what I'm saying. It's the first. It's the first team to 4. Is it likely to happen? Possibly, more than likely not. But if it was to happen, you know the goalpost would shift. You know it.
But he's not saying that. He's not saying that the Lakers gonna win. He's saying that the goalpost gonna move.
But yeah, I get what he's saying. He's saying basically if the Lakers do that, the goalpost will still be moved to something else.
Yeah, he's not saying
if he comes back and win 4 straight here, but then loses in the finals, it's going to be the same way he lost in the finals. Didn't matter. He accomplished that. But go ahead, Ralph. You up next, Ralph. What you think about your boy Rob Parker? I mean, not your boy, because I know you don't take one for the team. Go ahead, Ralph. What you think about Rob Parker?
I sure don't. You know that. Well, it's the narrative that it's an example of making it to the championship. That's what we're talking about with the Bills. And I mean, I don't go off that narrative. I mean, the way I judge these plays is like, how dominant were you within the time that you played? Who's the most dominant? And I look throughout their career. I look at the good and the bad because I have to look at both sides of the picture. And I look at, if there's some negatives or positives. Now, as far as like if LeBron do win 4 in a row, yeah, this is a positive notch in his box. That's incredible because it never been done.
So I look at Ralph. Let me ask you a question. If LeBron loses,
actually, it happened in baseball though. Somebody came up 3-0. So
does it damage LeBron legacy at all if he loses?
If he loses the series, it's just a loss that he has under his belt.
I mean, does it move him anywhere in your mind? Does it move him up or down in your mind?
No, I don't. I mean, he stays right where he's at, where I'm at, where I got him.
But if he wins, does he move anywhere?
It moves him. It moves him a little closer.
Just move him
because
closer,
I mean, nobody
stays where
it moves him a little. It moves him a little closer because for the fact that nobody ever came back from a 3-0.
What if he gets swept? What if he gets swept?
I mean, it's not the first time he ever got swept. So I mean,
all right, that's what's up.
So basically, it doesn't really move him anywhere in your mind.
No.
He's still number 2 to you, right? He's still number 2.
Yeah. He's number 2.
Number two. Craig, what's good, brother? How much money you lose in this series?
I didn't bet this series because I wasn't banking on 80.
I wish I did.
3 games.
So who here got a chance to hear the Rob Parker clip? Anybody? Because I know
I watched it when he posted it. And it don't make sense to me. I don't agree with what he said. For his legacy, it's already set. In my opinion. For what I had, my opinion about him, I mean, it's nothing he can
He on the court. He's still writing his legacy.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't
He's
He
still
didn't
playing.
say I quit yet. He didn't quit yet, so it's to be determined.
Hold
Right.
on, that's not quitting. That's not quitting because if he retired, that's not quitting, right?
Nah, you're right. You are
Right?
right. If
Right?
he retire, he
No, no, no,
retire.
Ralph,
You are
Ralph joined.
absolutely right.
Ralph joined in on that. Ralph made sure that one was heard. What
Yeah,
up? What
you
up,
know,
Travis?
I know when you got your traps. Don't worry. I've been talking to you for a while. No, we ain't
What up,
going with that.
Travis? What up, Trey? Thanks for joining us, man. Travis, did you get to hear? Did you hear your boy Rob Parker? I think you might believe Rob Parker in the idea LeBron should just lose this series instead of make it to the finals. What do you think?
Honestly, you guys are gonna have to fill me in. I did miss what he said. If you want to tell me.
Oh my goodness. Well, he basically said that it's better for LeBron to lose in the Western Conference Finals than it would be for him to make it to the finals and lose in the finals.
That's a stupid take.
He said it would. He said it basically saying that it's better for LeBron to just be 4-6 instead of being 4-7.
That's dumb. I mean, there's no way it's better to lose in the earlier round. Like, if you're just saying, is it better to lose earlier than to make? No, of course not. That's the dumbest take of all time. And obviously, Rob Parker, and he's right up there on Kendrick Perkins level stupid. So, like, and Nick Wright. So, I mean, nothing you can't take him seriously. Like, he sounds like he's just super down-centered about at all times, and all of his takes sound the exact same way. So
he's a baseball guy. He shouldn't be talking basketball.
Yeah, and that's obviously one of the stupidest things of all time.
He's a baseball guy. I didn't know he was a baseball guy.
Well, he did NBA too. He's been in NBA for a while too.
Has he been like a?
Well, he started with baseball though.
Yeah, he started with a Pacific team. Did he start with a Pacific team or something?
The Pistons.
Yeah.
Detroit Pistons. Okay, so that's basketball. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
what up,
he's
Trey?
been a while in NBA for a while.
What up, Trey? It's your turn to speak, brother. Thanks for joining us. You got anything to say about Rob Parker? Did you hear what we put up? Of course you heard.
I think he heard it.
He not heard. He tagged us. He tagged us on TikTok today. Supposedly we are hurt and upset because the Lakers are down 0-3. I don't think Brandon has a team. Brandon, what is your team? Do you have?
No, Brandon's the Lakers.
No, I don't have a team. I never had a team in my life in sports.
Oh,
Never?
I thought you.
Wow.
I thought you was a Lakers fan.
I'm a LeBron fan.
So you root for the Chiefs.
I thought you were a Lakers fan.
So you root for the Chiefs because of Mahomes.
Yeah, I root for my favorite players.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so yeah,
you got a lot of teams then.
Hey, Trey unmuted himself. What up, Trey, man? Did you hear the Rob Parker incident? Do you think LeBron should lose? Do you think his legacy is going to be affected with this Western Conference Finals?
Absolutely not.
So he's still number 2 to you?
He's behind Jordan, absolutely.
Number 2. So nothing's going to take him away from being number 2.
All right, Trey. I got a question. If LeBron comes back from this down 0-3 and win a title, does it move him at all in your mind?
It would, but it's not gonna happen.
Straight to the point.
Well, we all know it's not gonna happen, but basically it wouldn't move him much. Basically, so like I was saying earlier, like what LeBron is doing this year is just bonus points because most likely if he do this and make it to the finals and win, like Anthony Davis most likely is going to be Finals MVP. So I don't think this is going to move LeBron at all in anybody's mind. I think this season currently has been, phenomenal for him. It's basically all bonus points for what he did in the regular season, how he's, doing in the postseason. So I don't really know why, people been hating so much on LeBron lately. But, I think it's, the basketball talk, you have to, talk the basketball stuff. And LeBron losing every time he loses, he should get traded. If he loses a playoff game, he should retire. So that's been the LeBron thing for the last 10 years in the first place. So like I said, it doesn't move LeBron much.
But
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead, Rob.
I see Father Time really catching up with him. He is being real gassed on that court. Like, especially like game 2. Oh my God, he looked like he was about to die.
Yeah, that's what
Kobe. He's looking bad. Like
Kobe,
he's slowing down. Let me say.
Yeah, that's where
talking
the
about
Kobe
2 more
blackout,
years he
the
would've
Kobe
played?
blackout workouts came into handy because you know when I watched Kobe on that 60-point game, right? It was 60 points, right? Kobe scored 60 points his last game,
Yeah.
right? You can see how exhausted Kobe was, but it was just physical. Nothing in his body language made you think like, okay, he's tired. You can just tell he was tired, but as far as the way he was carrying himself, like he knew, like he was good. Like I can finish this game out. LeBron looks physically tired and mentally tired.
Yes.
Yes,
You
it's
know.
different. That's the playoffs. Like this
No,
is
I
not a
know that.
regular season game.
Yeah, no, it, obviously,
Completely
yeah, you're right.
different.
I'm just saying, like in my mind, because when I remember like thinking of somebody like willed themselves during like you could tell that they're tired. I think about that Kobe moment because I was like, damn, like Kobe didn't have to score 60 that night, and Kobe did. Like he was just like, if they want to see it, I'm gonna give it to them, and I'm gonna muster everything I got. But that was from all those workouts where he would say the blackout workouts where he blacked out, where he would work out till he passed out.
I don't think that had anything to do with that. It's a lot easier to just shoot the ball than playing a full complete game.
No,
It's completely easier.
I
That
got you.
has nothing to do with his workout.
LeBron is getting tired.
LeBron was like scoring like 45 for like a month straight almost, it seemed like. And you know, he wasn't exhausted because you're not playing a playoff game. It's completely different when you're giving your all, trying to stop somebody possession after possession, other than just going up and shooting jump shots. Kobe shot like 50 times that game. It's like a scrimmage.
They did do that, but I'm just saying I would like to know from the panel though. I want to know if the Lakers can win 4 games straight. What would they take? What would it take for them to win 4 straight? Let's start with you, Wayne. What you think the Lakers would have to do to win 4 straight against the Nuggets?
Oh boy, I think LeBron has to be more strategic in his gameplay, in his ball distribution. Reeves needs more shots. Rui needs more shots for sure. These guys are shooting, I think, above 50%. And you can't just play them spot minutes. That's crazy. AD needs to do something similar to what he did in Kentucky when he won the championship. If he's off offensively, he's got to tear them up defensively. And he's just got to show, well, listen, I'm not giving up here, this AD. And Brown needs to just fill in all the holes that appear for this team. So I think he needs to go more triple-double and make sure that he can play that role. If he continues to do that and everybody pulls their socks up, I think they're good. One more point. We got to get something from D'Lo.
Yeah,
D'Lo is giving us nothing.
He's
that
struggling.
ain't happening.
He's struggling.
That ain't
good.
Happening.
So that means when I look at the Nuggets, they're not afraid to shoot the ball. Everybody on the Lakers, a lot of the Lakers role players, is like they seem scared to shoot the ball. What happened to what was this guy's name? Who came off the bench? Lonnie Walker. He probably put up a couple of shots later down, but you got to give these guys the green light to shoot within the context of the game, not stop when you make a move and then try to pass it to LeBron. So if LeBron can kind of like fill the holes that the team needs, AD can step up a little bit, and these other guys can do what they're supposed to do. They're good. They had a chance to win all 3 of the games as far as I'm concerned. They came back in the first game. They came back in the second game. I think they were leading in the second game as well.
Yeah, he was leading
and
the last
they
2
were
games.
they were playing pretty decent in this third game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh boy, here we go again.
They were up 94-93 with like 5 or 6 minutes to go,
right.
and then the Nuggets went on a run. So, Twin Man, let me hear your take, Twin Man.
One more point.
Okay.
I think Ham needs to go for a more experienced coach. Ham and the whole coaching staff. You got to bring in a more experienced coach for these guys. I don't think they're going to fire him, but yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah. What up, Twin Man? You hear it, Twin Man? What the Lakers got to do to win 4 straight?
They just have to execute in the fourth quarter. This is all come down to execution in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. They've been in these games, but
yeah,
you're getting production out of LeBron. I don't even think LeBron's playing that well. His shots really not falling. His 3-point shots really not falling like that. AD is playing okay, but I like how the team, they're a very balanced scoring team. So they're not really relying on AD or LeBron to just do bulk of the scoring. First things first, LeBron's 38. You shouldn't expect your 38-year-old veteran in year 20 to carry the team. The person that should be carrying the team is AD, and we just know, I'm sorry, even though AD is great, he's not that. So I like the adjustment they did. They bring in Rui. I do think they need to give Beasley a shot, because if he gets hot, he gets really ridiculously hot. But to be honest, it comes down to execution in the fourth quarter. They have to execute in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, they look bad. Fourth quarter's been crazy. What up, Ralph? What you think, man? If the Lakers do come back, what would they have to do to come back? Four straight games.
Well, let's take a step back and really look at this whole playoff run with the Lakers. They are playing a game. The problem is within this series, their defense has not been consistent because they're playing a better offensive team. And this offense is flowing beautifully. They have to step it up on the defensive end. That's the issue, because you see certain spurts that the Lakers do play good defense and they're stopping them. That's why you see the comebacks, the adjustments as well, because Rui's been playing very well throughout this playoffs, all three series. Same thing with AR-15. LeBron and AD, you have their off and on, but their defense was always consistent. That's why they were the number one defensive team in the playoffs. This series, they're inconsistent on the defensive end. And it starts with Jokic and his playmaking. That's what's really breaking this defense down.
That guy, yeah.
That's the issue.
Crazy.
If they could get more consistent on the defensive end, that will really fix their problems.
Yeah, I hear you there, Ralph. I'm on point there. Yeah, Craig, it's your turn, Craig. Yeah, Craig, what you think the Lakers got to do, brother?
Lakers, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I see them winning 4 straight is if Denver squad get hurt or something.
They kidnap Joker. They go kidnap the Joker.
Yeah, if they come with 3 players, three players available, and they have to forfeit, that's how I see them winning 4
straight. They got so many shooters on that team.
They're lights out. They're lights out right now. They're lights out.
They just got to worry about not getting swept at this point. They just got to win one. That's how I see it. They just got to win one.
That's true.
What you think, Travis?
I mean, I don't think they're going to win all 4. I think they might win the next one, but no, like Ralph said, it's just been like defensive lapses at the wrong time. Like specifically, I think both games, Jamal Murray just closed them out pretty much. Like the last game, or a couple of games ago, he was doing terrible. Then he just caught fire, and then everyone just they were just executing way better down the stretch than the Lakers. LeBron didn't do them any favors in game 2, that's for sure, but he played a lot better game 3, I thought. But it just, when it's a close game so far, they've just hit better shots. Like he also said, I think that Rui needs to start, possibly over D'Lo. He's just been the better player. I think he's been arguably their best player this series. Reeves needs more shots, maybe, some higher pick and rolls to make their defense stay honest. Because, and like what you saw in game 2, I think, was Joker kind of getting exposed by Hachimura, especially inside. He was just driving it and getting whatever he wanted at the rim, inside, whatever, because Joker doesn't want to come out and, defend anyone. Like, he wants to camp on the glass. He wants to get those easy boards that he wants to get on transition. But just a little bit more of that. No old by shots. Don't take threes at the end of the game, like if you don't really need to. But I mean, all the games have been close. So if they just execute a little bit better down the stretch, I think they can win. I think they're going to win 4 in a row. No, but I think they can grab 1 or 2.
Yeah.
What you think, Trey?
What up, Trey?
Well, first of all, I don't see him. I don't see him winning.
Anybody does.
None of us think so. We just say what they would have to do, though. What would have to happen?
Listen, where I'm going with this. I think they'll win 1 game, but for them to win 4, they would have to control the tempo, and they would have to pretty much play perfect. Like, they have to knock down at least 50 to 60% of their 3-point shots to come back and win 4 straight. But I don't see it happening. So.
Well, for me, I think it's pretty simple. The reason that they really won in 2020 is because they put Dwight on Jokic, and we see the last
Right.
game 1 and game 2, Rui, held his
Roughed him
own,
up.
and he didn't really dominate, but it was Murray. And you guys remember LeBron switched on Murray in those moments in 2020 when Murray was bubble Murray. He was going for 50. And now he can't do it no more. So Murray is having his way with the whole team. Like that's been the problem. That's been the problem. It's been Murray. They've been up in those fourth quarters, and Murray making those timely shots that no one could stop. And the only person who could is a LeBron who could defend, and LeBron can't do that right now. So personally, I don't see them being able to stop Murray in the fourth quarter, and they don't really have anybody to stop him. They put Vandal on him, who's long, but he's a liability on the offense end. So he could contain him some, but he's going to hurt him offensively. So the only way, if LeBron somehow muster up something to guard Murray, that's the only way they could take a game.
You know what I can't stand, bro? The fact that it just seems like Vanderbilt before he got to the Lakers, he was a 40% 3-point shooter from the corners.
They all were.
He can't hit the broadside of a barn now, and they're daring him to shoot it. So again, it's the execution down the stretch. Like LeBron hit a big 3, cut it to 7, came right back down, blown assignment. Joker hits a 3, puts him right back up 10, and then like you said, Murray with a timely shot, Green with a timely shot. It's like every time the Lakers seem like they're going to go on a run, Denver snuffs it out immediately with a bucket. They match it, so they can't trade buckets with them. That's why I said it comes down to execution, especially in the fourth quarter in these close games. Look at the Memphis series. In Memphis, those scores, but besides the last game, those were pretty close games. What happened? Execution down the stretch. They played solid defense, shut their ass down, and then they were actually able to get the timely buckets. Denver's getting all the 50-50 balls. Denver's getting all the 50-50 calls, and they're just out hustling the Lakers right now down the stretch.
Well, let me get my take in for a little bit. Try to give me an idea because first off, let me shout out to Zero. Shout out to Zero. Thanks for joining us. A Weezy Bang. I see SB Talk Sports here as well. Jay of the Kobe Lovers said Vanderbilt is not the answer, ain't the answer. I think that the Lakers had an opportunity in game 2 to really make the right adjustments, which was putting Rui in the starting lineup in that game, because I believe Schroeder was better coming off of the bench and helping them out that way. And then they could have made the transition of putting in Schroeder and switching D-Lo for game 3. The real issue is that all the Denver Nuggets guys are hitting the 3-point shot. And the reason I say they should put in Rui is because they could put Rui on Joker for some reason, right? For some reason, he could play Joker. So that allows AD to be a little bit of a roam-free guy when Aaron Gordon's on the floor. But Aaron Gordon's not on the floor in the fourth quarter. So that's where the Lakers fall into a bad situation. As Twin Man was talking about, their execution falls off because the guys that are on the floor in the fourth quarter, they're all shooting 45% from three-point land. You can't leave nobody open. The Nuggets are killing them from the three-point line. You can't leave nobody open. You can't leave Porter open. You can't leave Murray open. You can't leave Joker open. You can't leave Porter. Caldwell, Pope. Green. Basically, everybody who's hit a three-pointer for the Nuggets is shooting a 45% or better. The only guys who hasn't hit a three-pointer so far is Gordon and LeBron, the white boy. But other than that, everybody
I think Gordon hit one last night.
Yeah, he made some.
Gordon has 0% for the series.
No, he just hit one last night
he hit one last night.
No, he's 0 for 6 for the series.
You sure?
Unless
it was
two pointers.
I know he shot one from the left corner in the first quarter.
Well, basketball reference has him as 0 for 6 from 3-point line. As of right now, Jokic is shooting 45%.
Well, you know basketball reference.
No, I mean they have game 3 though. But they have game 3 though. They have game 3 stats as of right now. They have the game 3 stats available.
Okay.
So like I said, Murray shooting 45, Joker shooting 45, Porter is shooting 48, Pope is shooting 45%, and Bruce Brown is shooting 40%. From 3-point land, and Jeff Green is shooting.
It's like
40%.
the Spurs over again, 2014 Spurs.
Like everybody's lighting up, and LeBron's not shooting good. D'Lo's not shooting good, and like y'all just mentioned, Vando, they're just basically they're daring those guys to shoot, and the only guys who could actually create their own shot is LeBron, AD, and Reeves and Rui. But they're not starting Rui, which I find weird. They should put Rui in the starting lineup because that's when
Vando's starting.
The reason I'm gonna say. The reason why they're not starting Rui, because if you do that, you lose your offense off the bench.
No, you can bring Schroeder or D'Lo off the bench.
But if you look in the series,
I disagree with Ralph with that right there, Ralph, because you have Walker who can create his own shot off the bench. You have
he's inconsistent.
I mean, I'll give you that, but he still can create his own shot.
I think D'Lo has to worry about Murray so much that it's messing up his offensive game. If you take him out of the starting lineup and he could come in without having to worry about being the guy who sticks Murray, he probably would be more effective for you because Murray is lighting them up.
He's killing them.
Murray is he's averaging 35, 7 and 5 and 3 steals, shooting 52% from the field, 45 from the 3-point land, and 93% from the free throw line.
That's just ridiculous.
But it goes back to what I'm saying. It's not the offense, it's the defense that you have to capitalize on. Denver. Denver's always, like, if you look in the regular season and even in the playoffs up to now, this has been their game. They've been like this consistently throughout this season. It's the defense that has to step up more. The offense, I mean, if you look at the numbers that AD's been putting up, LeBron and Reeves and Rui, that they've been like this. It's the defense that's been inconsistent. And even in the transition defense, that's been terrible.
That's what I was going to bring up, Ralph. That's a perfect example. Their transition, that's how the Warriors were able to keep themselves in the series, was actually just pushing the ball. The Lakers are not running on transition defense. They're not setting up themselves because half-court wise, it's hard to score against the Lakers defense. But once you start running against them, if Joker gets the rebound, he starts running, everybody has to run. You know what I'm saying? And the Lakers are not doing good. Their transition defense has been horrible. I agree with you, Ralph.
AD look like he's running in mud.
One of the main problems with their transition defense is because who they're guarding, who's guarding them is now who they're guarding on the other end. So everyone is confused when they go back. So they're like, who's picking up who's picking up there, and a lot of times it's someone wide open or someone going in for a layup because they're not sticking the man who is guarding them because they're like switching all over the place. So that's how the thing to do with it. And and also with their defense in the fourth quarter, they have actually been playing pretty good defense. Denver has just been making shots. they're guarding them in the fourth quarter. They're just been making shots.
Denver's shooting 41%. Denver's shooting 41% from the 3-point land for the series so far.
There's really nothing you can do against that. I'm being like every time I turned around last night watching that game, somebody hit a big 3-point shot when they needed it for Denver.
Well, first, like Murray was, they couldn't do nothing with him first half. They could not do nothing. And then when the second half came to where, you know. And this is another thing that I feel like they shouldn't do. They should not put LeBron on Jokic because what you're doing is when you put him when you put him on there, he's taking so much on the defensive end to where he's getting banged up. Now you don't have that much offense from LeBron himself. So now you're killing your offense, and then you're not consistent on the defense. Yeah, you're gonna get beat. That's your second.
They had him on Murray for a little bit.
1A, 2 best offensive player on the team, and you're exerting him on the defensive end. You're taking that away.
I
like how you put that, Ralph. I like how you put that.
Yeah, go ahead, Trey. What you think about that, Ralph? So you think the Lakers should? What do y'all think of LeBron sticking Murray though? You think he could do it?
No, I don't think you should. No, he can do it, but you're gonna have the same situation with Jokic. You don't. You cannot do that. You're gonna need LeBron's offense to match Denver's offense, because if you exert LeBron on the defensive end, you're not gonna get that much of offense from LeBron. You can't put him on the best player or the second best player.
I agree with Wayne though.
I think on Denver. Put him on Aaron Gordon.
No, I think they should put AD on Aaron Gordon because you don't have to stick Aaron Gordon for the 3-point line. I think that'd be best because Aaron. It's just.
I agree with that.
I do agree with Wayne.
Who
though.
would you trust to score better right now? Right now, AD or LeBron?
Both.
Anthony Davis.
They're both looking bad, man. They're both looking bad.
I have a question.
Well, who do you
Adrian,
trust more to give you a bucket? LeBron or AD? Who do you trust more to give you a bucket?
LeBron.
So why would you want him
right now?
Why would you want him to exert any type of energy?
That's a tough one.
I'll tell you who I deserve to give me a bucket. Jimmy
Reeves.
Buckets. That's what Jimmy Buckets.
Stop it.
Jimmy Buckets.
Dang, you know, you just put some wheels on that daggone goalpost. I don't know what.
I believe in that because I'm sorry, AD is missing a lot of shots that he normally makes in his drive. Like those little bunnies right there underneath the free throw line. He's not hitting nothing. It's driving me crazy.
No, again,
I
remind people, listen, again, he has to stick Jokic. He's shooting 51% from the field. He's shooting 87% from the free throw line. He's only shot 4 3-pointers. He's made 2 of them. So he's not really shooting bad. He has more of a task. He has more energy. He has to waste guarding Jokic. Not only guarding Jokic, they are doing the pick and roll between Jokic and Murray. So that means
that handoff.
Yeah, so that means if he has to decide who I got to stick, Joker or Murray, it's like and it's all confusion because everybody else is playing well. We got to give Mike Malone and the Nuggets credit. They're putting the right line. They're playing 7 guys. That's it. And they bring in Braun as the last 8th guy. He'll play about 5-10 minutes or 5 or 6 minutes for the game. But they're playing 7 guys, and they're relying on Jokic. Jokic is averaging a triple-double, and this other guy's averaging 35 and lighting it up. I mean, just lighting it up. Like I told y'all, his shot, his off-the-dribble shot is incredible. He is lighting them up.
And they're surrounded with shooters, too.
Yeah.
That's what's stretching out the defense.
I have a
Reeves is
question.
just 1 second. Reeves is averaging 23 points a game, shooting above 50% from the field and above 50% from the 3-point line. Rui is averaging 17 points, again, shooting above 50% from the field. What was the problem with them getting more shots?
Now, this is what I would rather go to Reeves than LeBron James or AD. I'm telling you right now.
Well,
like I said, Tremura should start. You need to start D'Lo because you need to give D'Lo the confidence. You need to look at D'Lo and say, listen, I still believe in you. You're the man. We've seen you do it before. So you're gonna start game 4, but you got to bring in Tremura. It got to be a D'Lo, Tremura, Hachimura. I'm sorry, Hachimura,
Rui,
Reeves, LeBron, and AD. That way you could put AD on Gordon, and you can put Tremura on Jokic. Jokic didn't even take a shot the first quarter.
What you're saying there is maybe basketball correct, right? But politically, on the team, in Lakerland, you can't have your stars not getting the touches. And I think from a basketball perspective, the stars need to get less touches. Just a little bit more, a little less.
You can't get swept as a Lakers. You can't get swept as a Lakers.
They got to they can't be led by role players. That's the Laker paradigm. And it's going to kill them in this series. And that's what's killing them the last
Reeves is not a role player.
Reeves has been his shots has been so hard to get. Reeves have to do so much to actually get a good shot. He can't do that all game. He's already exhausted.
Reeves is actually creating his own shot. If you really look at it, he's been creating his own shots. He's been balling for them. He really has.
Right.
But again, they have to have a more function offense because it seems like the only way they score is when LeBron runs in transition or when they go to AD or when they go to Austin Reeves or Rui. After that, they don't hit the jumpers. They're not hitting their 3-pointers. It's easy to play the Lakers right now. It's easy.
It's very easy.
It's crazy to me because like us, every game I've watched in this series, it came down to the 4th quarter and execution. Denver's hitting their shots and the Lakers just aren't.
Right.
It happened literally 3 games in a row. I saw Denver go on like an 11-0 run, and that was the game.
Yep.
Well,
I'm serious. It was an 11-0 run, and that was the game. And every time that the Lakers even looked like they were going to get a decent shot off,
3-point shot.
I want to say,
or got a shot off, or started scoring, like you said, what's his name? Murray hit a big three. Murray's gonna hit a big three. That dude, what's his name? Brown, he hit a big three. Somebody's gonna hit a three.
A lot of them. Yo, Ralph, you can go ahead,
Okay,
Ralph.
Ralph, go ahead, Ralph.
And I want to hear Travis's take too on the series, and then we'll let Trey finish off with the series, and we can talk about my Heat, unless you got some more, Brandon. But go ahead, Ralph.
All right, as far as Rui and AR-15 getting more shots, Rui is actually scoring off to the playmaking that's happening within the game, so he's capitalizing like that. We see AR-15. Yes, he can create a shot from here to there, but he's also a lot of his shots, especially like from the 3-point line, is off of the playmaking from LeBron, AD. That's how they really shooting at a high clip and everything. If you just say, hey, I'm gonna give you more touches to do that, then you're gonna start seeing their percentages dip down a little bit.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, I got you. I hear you. Travis, so what you think has been going on with the series, man? How has the Lakers been so dominated by the Denver Nuggets?
I mean, I think everyone kind of nailed it. It's just really timely shooting, just inability to stop. Mainly, again, they've just had an answer every time the Lakers try to go on a run. Cut it to 4 or 5, they'll hit a 3, or like they'll go to the basket, get a timely call. I think that Ralph actually nailed it when he said that Lakers need to like the two best players have been probably, like, just from an efficiency standpoint and just like getting their own shots, have been probably Rui and Reeves. Like, they're moving without the ball pretty well. Their defensive intensity is high. They're shooting really well, both inside and out. They need to. I mean, I get how it's going to be tougher to just get those guys shots because, again, like you said, it's mainly just in the flow of the game, not really set plays or like, hey, we're going to run through these guys specifically. But there's really not one thing you can point to say, hey, it's just everything defensively. Again, you're just not going to stop all these guys because, like you pointed out, they're all shooting very well from 3 and 2. Like, it's tough. Like, when they're in the groove, they're in the groove. Like, it's not like all these shots are going unchallenged too. They're just knocking them down. Right. I think that if the Lakers want to turn it around, they really need to focus just on, like, kind of what they did with the Warriors. Just try to be a little bit more inside banging. Don't settle for shots. Drive, force the issue. Hope they cool off. I don't really think that any one Laker has been just garbage, but it's just they're just getting outplayed, plain and simple. I mean, they're doing their scoring. They're not getting blown out. They're just getting outplayed down the stretch.
I agree.
Yeah, for me, I think in game 1 when they came back, and most of game 2, LeBron took more of that point guard role, and they were playing pretty well. So I think the only chance they really got if LeBron played more of a point guard. I think that's the only chance they got to win a game. Other than that,
I agree.
Yeah, and I just don't think he can at the moment. But
he's
that's
been
the only
trying to
chance they
do
got
that.
to the game.
He's been trying to do that. He's averaging almost a triple-double in the series.
Yeah,
like
I know, but he's done that parts of the
and
series because he doesn't start off the game doing that.
Yeah, he doesn't start like that's the only way. He has to be the point guard the whole game, and I don't think he can.
LeBron is playing off ball like throughout this playoffs, and like, yeah, I think you have to make some adjustments, and maybe that may work because if you notice, like, when LeBron does have the ball at the top of the key in that pick and roll with Austin Reeves, and Austin Reeves hitting 2-3 threes in a row in of game 1, and that's when Murray was guarding Austin Reeves. So I mean, I guess maybe that might be the way to go with LeBron playing the point. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try it now. I mean, shoot, you're down 3-0. Try something different.
On the table.
But if you know, hey,
we lost Ralph. All right, Trey, are you good?
Okay, go ahead, Ralph.
Dang, what happened?
I don't know.
You just went in and out, but you back.
What's the last thing y'all heard?
Huh? It said time is
if
up.
You notice.
Oh, I noticed, like,
great that your time is up.
I noticed, like, with the when they made that adjustment, if you notice, Mike Malone said, they do have a counter on to that, and I would like to see.
I don't think Mike
that
has
counter.
made. He hasn't had to make one adjustment yet. He's chilling.
No.
He hasn't made one
Because
adjustment yet.
Darvin Ham haven't done nothing.
Exactly. He hasn't made one adjustment yet. He's chilling. All right, Trey. Come on, man. Let us have it, man. Because I know you know the Lakers.
I think Trey said he's good, right?
Trey, you got anything to say about the series? You're on mute, Trey.
You muted.
I asked him again, John.
Now I was gonna say, like, what you think about the Nuggets, man, and how they've been dominating the series? Like, just break it down. What you've been seeing the last 3 games.
Man, what I've been seeing, they've been playing like a unit. Ain't been playing no, you know what I'm saying, no individual ball. They've been pretty much like a ball of thread, man. Tight knit. I don't see no loose ends, none whatsoever.
They had 30 assists with only 5 turnovers.
Playing like the old Spurs.
Yeah,
30 assists
crazy.
with only 5 turnovers.
It's funny you say that, Brandon. I said that about 2 days ago on my live. I was like, yo, this is very similar to the Spurs, the way they play. I said the same thing.
Somebody named Gio Williams is saying, I'm scared of them right now. He said, I thought LeBron was going to win another ring. And he's over here talking crap to the Johnny, the exposer. Don't get exposed, Gio. You're safe in the comments. Like I always tell y'all always safe in the comments. Oh, my
God.
Anyways, go ahead, Brandon.
All right. Well, this dude on Facebook keep sending me comments, and he won't want me to say what he's been saying. So I'm just about to read it off to you guys.
Oh, Lord.
He said that I'm the biggest piece of crap and fallacy to ever have discussion on sports ever. You have to know by now that you have absolutely no credibility, and certainly you have permission to use my name, Spencer Martin. And he wanted to say your takes are either biased because you're looking at stats per numbers or possessions or longevity. You simply have nothing to do with actually playing the game. You're like a girl thirsting over LeBron James in every game. You take no credibility for your horrendous takes. I'm in a Jordan camp. However, I have said multiple times on Facebook and other situations how LeBron is a better person. He's an all-time great and top 3 to 5. You and Travis are currently a horrible representation of FanDuel. I don't know what Travis got to do with this. I think he meaning Johnny. I don't know. And you are doing more harm with your platform than good. You are borderline unethical in your takes and information. If you want to actually be taken seriously and have credibility, you have to have some objectivity and realistic points in your presentation. Again, you could use my name, Spencer Martin. Well, thank you, Spencer Martin.
That was a whole paragraph.
What was that? A strawberry letter off of the Steve Harvey
Did they put indentations? Was it one clear comment? Did they put any indentations?
It was two comments. Two
separate comments.
Yeah,
oh
comments,
my God!
Yeah.
Shout out to Ghost 2000. Thanks for joining us. Everybody, y'all make sure y'all hit the likes, man. Y'all hit the likes, share. We got our Facebook people hollering at us, man. Damn, Brandon, I didn't know you bringing out of people like this, Brandon. I thought I was the only one.
They like this one dude say he's gonna, if LeBron James win the game, he will buy my family food stamps because I'm poor. So I didn't know where he's gonna buy food stamps at, but thank you. I guess I could use
50 cents on the dollar.
Oh my God.
Give me your PayPal info, dude.
It's my turn, Brandon.
Jesus Christ, come on, man. Why are we paying attention to
listen, y'all. As we all know, it's all over. We already know what's about to happen. It's gonna be Biscayne in June. Y'all know what Biscayne in June means? Do y'all know what Biscayne in June means? Biscayne.
He's talking about the Miami Heat.
Wait, hold up, Johnny. So when we started like the season, he's been on this Miami Heat thing like he was last year, and I just never understood it. I was like, please shut up talking about the Miami Heat. No one cares about the Miami Heat. He had Jimmy Butler being Finals MVP. I was like, come on, let's be realistic. And when they lost in the play-in, he still said they're going to win a title. Like, shut up, dude. Like, what are you watching? I can't even say anything now. I can't say nothing now. It's just
Brandon, you think you look that bad?
The whole time.
Hold on, wait a second. You think? Hold on. You think you look bad? He beat my team.
Yo,
he beat my team. So what I got to say?
This is the first time I officially exposed Brandon. This is the first time that Brandon got exposed by the exposer because
Johnny.
in June.
No,
it's
Johnny. Johnny, you gotta make a video since you did that. Then you make videos of everybody. You gotta make a video, Brandon. Now,
listen. There's several times where Brandon just had me just looking for I'm looking for shit. One time was John Stockton, but he's retracted his John Stockton statements though. Now he's retracted.
I retracted. I can't do that no more.
But listen, the facts is this. This is the facts. Biscayne in June means this. That is where and when we have our parade here in Miami. Okay, Biscayne Boulevard is the boulevard where our stadium sits in front of. That's where we throw our parades at. We've had 3 of them before. I've been at all 3 of the parades. Okay, so you can mind your business. All right, and it happens in June, which is my birthday month. So Biscayne in June is when Miami Heat will be celebrating their 2023 championship because Hemi Butler is him. Please tell me who's gonna beat my Heat. It's y'all floor. Y'all can have fun. Let's have fun.
I'm not even gonna say that because I'm gonna be wrong. So I will just be quiet. You guys go ahead.
Hey, Nuggets, man. I mean, that's gonna be a great series right now, let's just say for what it is, it's looking like Heat Nuggets. Boston choked wildly, which is pretty funny.
oh my God.
But I mean, Butler is just on a mission.
Yeah.
Clearly the best player in the playoffs right now. And I mean, I think that will be a great series. I tend to lean a little bit more on the Nuggets there, but I mean, I can't really say anything because I honestly didn't think the Heat would get past either of the 2 that they beat now. But hey, man, if Butler wins, I wouldn't be at all surprised, and just because it's such an underrated squad this year, and they're a lot like the Nuggets. They're just playing outside their minds, and yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, who could possibly stop Jason Tatum from repeating as conference finals MVP?
Back to back, the Larry Bird trophy.
I'm gonna say this: if it's Miami and the Nuggets, it's gonna be who can shoot the ball better because both of them are shooting at an amazing clip. That's what it's gonna determine. And then they both have 2 players that's playmaking at a high level with Jimmy Butler and Jokic. It's gonna be like who can perform at a high clip because Miami's been playing amazing defense throughout the playoffs. I don't think they'll be able to do that against the Nuggets. You ain't gonna be able to do that against the Nuggets because the number 1 defensive team can't do it. So it's gonna be about the shooting because if you notice, Miami was like the bottom from the 3-point line and like in a playoff staying like top 5. And out of the top 5 teams, 2 of them is out the playoffs. So it's going to determine on the offense.
You should shut up. As a Knicks fan,
listen, the last time that light was on, San Francisco lost in the Super Bowl, didn't they? Didn't they? Yeah, no, your team lost in the Super Bowl the last time you had that light on. You might want to cut it off.
You're not an Eagles fan. You're a Knicks fan. You should be quiet, Knicks fan. Knicks fans.
No, I'm a Giants fan. We got beat by the Eagles.
Go ahead, Wayne. What's up, man? Hemi Butler, Wayne. It's about Hemi Butler. Don't forget Bam. Bam was all defensive team this year, sir. All defense, sir. Bam averaging 20. Listen, stop hating on my boy Bam Bam.
He's not gonna do nothing against Jokic,
you
man.
Knicks fans, silence yourself. Knicks fans, silence yourself and trade Julius Randle.
Yo, I want to trade Randle. I've been saying that all season.
Send him to the.
I've been saying that all season.
Send him and TikTok to the Heat. I will take them both.
No, I imagine the Nuggets versus Heat if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be another person. Like with the Miami, it's like
I think that's going 5 or 6 games.
Then he gonna win in 6 games? What you saying?
No. Nuggets versus Heat in the finals. Nuggets are going to beat them 4-1 or 4-2.
What?
That's not going 7.
I'm gonna hold you to the words. I'm gonna hold you to the words. Craig, are you still hating on my Heat?
I wasn't hating on them. They just surprised me.
Put your money up. Jimmy Buckets is out there, man. It's Jimmy Buckets, man. Put your money there.
He's balling out though.
Put your money there, man.
He is balling out.
Trey,
I'm pretty sure you guys just.
I'm pretty sure you guys saw the 99 Knicks
when he said he was coming to Boston.
You see that? 99 Knicks, baby. That's right.
Mute Craig. Craig can't speak for the rest of the show. He just compared
facts. Yo, he hit it right on the money.
Ralph,
99.
AC team to make it to the
silence,
finals.
Ralph. Meaning we tired of you talking. This ain't Broadway. This is Biscayne Boulevard, baby. What's up, Trey?
You're following behind the Knicks.
What up, Trey? Trey,
What's up?
come on. Who's beating my Heat? Who's beating Michael Jordan's son?
That's greatness now.
That's the only greatness he got out of his genes, because them other two ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
I bet they got some guap. I I guarantee you.
You got a Jordan and Pippen part 2.
They got a Scottie Pippen. They got Scottie Pippen's wife. So you gonna think the Nuggets gonna beat my Heat too?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had y'all
Boston come back. Anybody got Boston coming back? 0-2?
I think they could come back. If they lose next game, though, it's over. But we'll see how Tatum responds if he has another Game 7 performance in him. But they've got to play way better than they did at home.
Jaylen Brown.
Brown got to start doing some work.
Trey, finish up yet.
They lost 2 games in Boston. It's over with, man.
They play good on the road too. So Boston do play good on the road. So they do have.
Nah, man, I'm just over with, man.
I can tell you this.
I think they're the 5th best team on the road, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, they good on the road, but in this series, it's over.
Y'all pay attention to something, okay? I'm from Miami. Let me tell y'all something. Today's a Sunday, so nobody will be late to the game. As soon as the tip-off will go off, you will see everybody at the game, because it's hard to get to the game during the weekday, right? And watch what happened on Tuesday's game. Watch how late we show up to the game, because we're from Miami. Miami people show up late to everything. We're Caribbean folks. We show up late to everything. Right? Wayne will let you know that. Wayne will let you know. He got folks from Miami. He'll tell you that right now. So at the end of the day, we're gonna win Game 3, because Grant Williams he put his mouth where he shouldn't have put his mouth at. He shouldn't have tried Jimmy Buckets. He should have left Jimmy Buckets alone. Should have never said nothing to him. And Jaylen Brown has, like Wayne said, has been playing horrible. He's basically shooting horrible from the 3-point land. He hasn't been there for them. And Al Horford looks old. Okay, Al Horford don't look like he's there. They can't rely on Williams. The Smart is what they would have to rely on, right? And Bogdan, they're not shooting good from the 3-point land, like you said. That boy Caleb Martin got a bag. You see him do reverses and the twists and turns. Listen, man, it's the white heat. It's over for y'all. Like Brandon said, y'all should have been listening to me. I've been telling y'all this all season long. It's my Miami.
He got a bag, but he's playing good.
Hold on. So we got to listen to you and Johnny for the whole year if Heat wins.
What? The summer? This whole summer? I might even go live for the parade and everything, so y'all can see how good.
I'm not tuning in.
Yeah, it might be good. It might be good. It might be a good.
I'm not tuning in for that one.
It might be a good.
I can't stand Miami.
I know you can't stand Miami. So sit down.
It might be a good thing for Miami to win, Johnny. That way you won't be saying GOAT James Kingdom all year.
Listen. It's still GOAT James Kingdom, right? But I'm a Heat fan. Brandon doesn't have a basketball. I know. I like the Heat. I'm from down here. I've been rooting for the Heat for over 20 years. All right, and they're my team. I ride with them no matter what. I rode with them when they were one of the worst teams. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are saying like, oh, this whole thing about Jimmy Buckets is willing his team to win. Jimmy has always told you guys there's ballers on the Miami Heat just because they are undrafted players. They still got some good players, which is Bam Adebayo. They still got Kyle Lowry, who's still a good veteran, who's been balling for us in the playoffs. He just hasn't been balling this series, but he's still been balling throughout the playoffs. We have a good team. A lot of those guys are used well. Spoelstra's actually done a great job.
I'm gonna say this.
He said, "Who was I rooting for?" I was rooting for the Heat in the bubble. I was rooting for the Heat in the bubble. Okay?
Let me say this. Miami, the way they're playing right now in the playoffs, they remind me of the 2019 Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
We play a zone though. They play the zone against Milwaukee, but we play a true zone. We play a high school zone, the 2-3, like nobody does.
Do that against the Nuggets.
We don't have to against the Nuggets. We got Bam.
Really? Bam against Jokic? Jokic going to kill him.
Ooh, no, listen. Nobody can stop Jokic.
That's what I'm saying.
They could slow him down.
But he's not a liability against
Bam
Jokic.
ain't gonna slow him down.
you can still use other people because he can stick Jokic and he can switch. He's not as lazy as AD. AD is lazy, man. No matter what y'all say, AD is lazy, bro.
But
he has to
got
work
the
hard
legs,
this
man.
series.
Well, yeah,
AD,
he's got.
I'm gonna tell you,
I agree with that.
Jokic's biggest arsenal is his playmaking.
Zero. Put
That's
that up.
what's
Put
gonna
that up.
kill
Zero
him.
says Wade County. Put that up. Even though Wade had to move out of Miami, he got kicked out of Miami. We don't play that kind of crazy stuff in
Now,
Miami.
now I got a question for the panel, and this
Uh-huh.
was actually brought up in one of my lives. Would this, like, if hypothetically Miami wins the championship, would this be more impressive than what Wade did?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can see that.
Like
As far as winning the
2006 team
championship
is better.
or the finals performance.
When Wade was the number one option.
No.
He was that number one option.
Are you talking about the finals performance or just the whole thing of winning?
I'm talking about the playoff run.
The 2006 versus
2023.
Yes,
correct.
Yeah,
if they win the championship,
Henry Butler definitely.
Jimmy has to put up a performance better than Wade in the finals because Wade put up one of the greatest performances
as
ever.
of right now.
Crazy.
As of right now,
he has to put up that type of performance.
Henry Butler is averaging 31 points, 6.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 2 steals for the playoffs. He's definitely lighting it up. We all know he's definitely one of the best players in the playoffs. But man, Dwayne Wade did have a great finals.
Yeah, I think Dwayne averaged what 36 in the
34,
finals.
It was 36.
Now
he
did. Now let's use this.
Out there like
now,
that.
I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench with that finals. Now look at Jimmy. Look at Jimmy Butler's first round performance against the number one team.
But the Heat were
I'm talking about
team,
though. I'm talking about the performance.
The Heat was the best team in the West.
Like
in the East.
what I'm saying is, you take Wade's performance in the finals and then Jimmy Butler's performance against the number one team, because that was a crazy performance in that series.
It was, but I can tell you what, as a Heat fan, this last game too, what Jimmy Butler did this last game too,
game one was crazy.
No, I'm just saying, the way he was like the whole narrative, right? Because I don't like narratives, but this was a great narrative. This is the most subjective y'all gonna get because I'm a Heat fan for y'all today. I'm the Heat fan today.
Oh, so, Jesus Christ!
So I
subjectively.
Subjectively speaking, when Grant Williams said, "Yo, I got this," whatever he said to Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy kind of shrugged him off, and then Jimmy got the and one, and he hit like 3-4 buckets and other that in a row, and then at the end of the game, he was like, "Is that the answer? Like this is the Jimmy Butler?" He talked in third person. He said, "Is this the Jimmy Butler answer? It can't be the answer." Like,
but this is not the first time. Though. He did that in the first round with Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was talking junk like that, and that's the reason why he went.
But they didn't bench Drew Holiday. They put this man on the bench. They said, "Grant, you got to sit down. You got to sit down."
Oh yeah, that looked bad.
That looked bad.
Like, he been talking to Dylan Brooks a little too much.
Oh, it was like, oh man, it looked bad. And to the point, your own teammate couldn't defend you. What's the name? Said next question. I can't even defend you. And Jaylen Brown's one of the most articulate and smart players in the league. He couldn't even respond to that answer. He was just like, "Yeah, you don't poke the, you don't." Henry Butler, man. I feel so good today. I can't wait for tonight.
Yeah, and now I have seen series to where the Wade team win the first 2 games, and then the Wade team wins third and fourth game. I have seen that.
That's
now
possible.
It has happened within the playoffs before, so I mean, we gotta. I'm not gonna be too quick to jump. Like, I mean, it's amazing and it's like shocking that Boston lost at home twice, but I want to see what they do in Miami, which is very hard this season to win in Miami. Because y'all haven't even lost at Miami, right?
No, that's not why. Because last night was Saturday night, and half of the Boston Celtics were at a strip club.
So we gonna run with that narrative.
That's why we have
believe in narratives.
No, listen. That's the advantage we have. It's hard to play from another city, and you get your little 1-2 options to come to Miami, and you're not gonna on a Saturday night in the middle of May. You know how beautiful last night was. You know how the weather was last night. You know how many beautiful women were walking around in Miami last night. Y'all don't understand that we have an advantage, man, when it comes to stuff like that, man. We have that kind of advantage. Zero asked me, he said, which Miami Heat team was the best team overall? He likes the 2012 or the 2013 Heat. The 2013 Heat were definitely the best Heat team ever. But if this Miami Heat team wins this year, it's definitely going to be one of the most memorable ones because it's we were the number 1 seed last year, right? We were a Jimmy Butler 3-pointer away from the finals, right? So it feels so good because everybody's jealous. I don't even want Tyler Hero to come back. I don't even care. I want to just ride out.
Yeah, he's not even playing yet.
I'm gonna say this with Tyler Hero because y'all make it to the finals. They saying that he will play. But what I would do if I was Miami, which I see Eric Spoelstra doing this, bring him off the bench because you don't want to mess that cohesiveness that y'all have going on right now.
He can't get minutes over Caleb. Caleb and Vincent got to get their minutes. And but he might take Strus minutes. He could take some minutes from Strus. But I like Strus too sometimes, man.
Nah, he's been playing amazing. You don't want to do that either.
Know how to play guys. Like I don't have he's probably one of the best coaches of all time. He knows what to do if Hero comes back. He knows.
Look how I got Brandon talking, y'all. Look at Brandon. You see what Brandon's talking about my voice?
You the one who said Spoelstra was a bad coach.
I do behave on Spo. I behave on Spo. I'm a Spo hater. My friends know I behave on Spo.
I think Spo to me really proved when he had 3 prime good players that come together and how the way he was able to bring them together to play at that level. That's what proved to me that Spoelstra was a good coach. Because it's very hard to bring players that was number 1 options on different teams and bring them together to actually get them to buy into that team play. What happened in Miami those 4 years. So that's what he proved to me. And then he also proved to me when they left, he was still able to go to the finals. So that was icing on the cake that he was a real good coach.
Making the finals matters.
I'm talking about from a coach's perspective now. We're talking about a coach's perspective. Like that proved that, after that big 3 in Miami, I could still I was still able to coach my team to the finals.
All right. Okay.
Good winner, Johnny.
Today is the 20th of May, all right? And we're still not in June. So Biscayne in June is happening in a couple of weeks, fellas. Okay, the final start.
Oh boy,
Johnny, you might want to tone it down a little bit because you might jinx your team and Boston may come back. You might want to do that.
You know who jinxed my team? You Knicks fans. Okay,
my wife. We always gonna do that.
My wife said the same thing. She's like, "You shouldn't make that shirt today. It's just gonna jinx your team." We're not the Knicks.
Well, your wife is a very smart woman. Very smart woman. Tips my hat off.
Shout out to my wife. I love you, baby. Listen, man. It's Biscayne in June, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. I believe in Henry buckets. It's about to happen. After he said it when we lost last year. He said, "Y'all don't want to see us next year." I've been saying it all season. We've been very inconsistent, but for some reason we found our spot. We're here. We're here. That's it. We're here. Y'all got to take it. Enjoy LeBron's demise as Jimmy Buckets arises to being the great player.
Hold on. Say that again.
Watch LeBron's gonna lose. We all know that LeBron's not coming back from 3-0. He's gonna lose.
You said demise. I never would have heard you ever say that.
His season's gonna be over. I've been loving LeBron's season. It's been a remarkable season. LeBron has set a lot of records this year. LeBron has actually established and cemented his legacy this year with a lot, including what he did in the regular season and the playoffs. Because it's not like he's been just sitting around doing nothing in the playoffs. LeBron has been a part of them winning in the playoffs. He's been balling out.
Now, I have a question for everybody. Okay. Do you think this was his best chance of winning the championship this year?
Go ahead, Wayne. You first.
That's a tough one because at this stage of his career, every year further down the line is going to be a little tougher. But I would say next year is decent if they tweak the team a little bit. Even if they bring back the same players, if they tweak the team, they should stand a chance. And if they have health.
Okay. All right, Craig.
So this year is not necessarily the best year for him to win it. It will be nice though.
Yeah, we'll let Craig, Travis, then Trey go, and then Brandon and I'll go. Then Ralph will end up. Go ahead, Craig.
Now, what was the?
Do you think this is LeBron's best chance to win a championship from here on out?
I mean, I would say yeah, because look at the teams that we're talking about. We're talking about Denver, who's going to be together for years to come. We're talking about Miami now. You know they're going to try to keep everybody. So the only thing that's going to happen with the Lakers is they're going to get frustrated if they're losing. Then they're going to get a whole new roster, and then it's going to be a whole new roster that he has to learn. And it's going to be a whole circle. It's a circle of life. That's how it's been.
Miami Heat, baby. Travis. Travis didn't think LeBron was going to win a championship this year, so he definitely don't.
No, I definitely did not. I totally counted him out. But yeah, to answer your question, I think yes. This is. I mean, now it was definitely his best time or his last because he's visibly slowing down now. I mean, another year older. I get it, Mr. Longevity, but I mean, he's not playing at nearly the level he was even in 2020. I think AD is just notoriously unreliable from game to game. And again, he's clearly no longer prime either. And they're gonna have a lot of roster questions, like who gets back in max bonus, who are they gonna sign to a bigger deal, because they've had a ton of role players that step up and basically carry them. This far. So like, who's gonna get paid? Who's not? They're gonna have to. Like, there's going to be a lot of attention on these guys. Like, Rui's going to get offers. Reeves are probably getting offers. It's like, who we're going to pay. And I mean, I don't. Yeah, like somebody else said, the coaching definitely a question. I don't think it's been on completely on this guy because he did a great job to kind of navigate the storm and say, hey, we're 2-10 now, we're in the playoffs. But just a lot of questions. I think LeBron might honestly. If he does play next year, it'll probably just be maybe just in a mentor type role. But I don't think that he has another chance unless he jumps to another contender. But I don't think he wants to do that, because that, in my opinion, would hurt his legacy if he just openly says, "Well, I want to go out with another ring. I'm leaving the Lakers." But I don't think he'll do that.
True. Trey, what you think? This is LeBron's last chance right here. This is his last chance. He got to win 4 straight, or that's it, right?
It's over, son.
That's it. No more championships. No more championships. It's a wrap. Damn.
Yeah, he's still number 2, though. It's a ran for LeBron championships, man.
He's still number 2, right? But he's still number 2, right? He's gonna be number 2 for a while.
Forever.
He could get a couple more, but just not as the MVP. He could just be like a number 2 or number 3 option.
What do you think, Brandon? This is it. This is LeBron's best chance at the title this year.
It's the best chance. It's his best chance of being as dominant. I don't think he'll be as dominant as he was this year going forward. You already see that he's slowing down in the playoffs. I know they say his foot, but who knows if it is his foot or not. He's definitely not playing like he was in December, January, LeBron. But I don't think he's gonna keep up the pace he did this year, when he averaged 29 points a game. He's not going to average that much, especially the way he's playing now. If he's trying to fit in with these guys, he will probably go under 25 points a game. So if they do win a title, I don't think it will be because he will be as dominant as he was, say, for instance, in 2020. So who knows?
Yeah, I would say this is definitely his last year as being an impact on the Lakers winning, unless he decides this year to work on his spot up shooting or his off the dribble shooting, pull up jumping, right? Shooting 3-pointers. I think unless LeBron decides to get above 35% for the season, get closer to 40% 3-point shooting next year, I don't think he's going to be able to affect his team other than playmaking. I don't think he's going to have the ability to attack the rim. We can see it now. He's going to have surgery on his foot at the end of the season to help his foot out. He's going to have it done. So, I don't see him being as, like Brandon said, as good as he is. So, yeah, I think this is his best chance as far as being the impactful LeBron that he can be. I think from here on out, LeBron should get his 3-point shot together, because I think that is what's going to allow him to play the 2 to 3 years he wants to play for his son to be on the team with him. So,
I don't think that's going to be possible, because he's not going to be in any position to be a spot up shooter. He's a point guard of offense.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
even the pull up three, because his pull up
I
threes is not
mean,
as good as his catch and shoot, right? Because he
I
doesn't.
mean, it's not
it's-
too many players who's just gonna pull up and hit threes other than Dame Lillard and Steph Curry at a
I
high
know,
high
but
rate.
he can work on it.
As
He can
Kevin
get
Durant.
better. He can get more
I don't think
efficient
it's
with
gonna
it.
get better.
He
I
can
don't
just
think
get
it's
more
gonna get
efficient
better.
with it. He can just get more
You
efficient
know,
with it. If he wants to last
just
longer, I
need
think
Yeah,
that's what he has to do.
you need to
he had a
shoot
bad
last.
shooting
That's
year,
the only
but
way.
he's
Yeah.
been 34 to maybe 35, 36% the last 4 or 5 years.
You know, he's been bad this year. It's been bad. It's been
Yeah,
bad.
right. So this is an outlier for me.
Because a lot of it is forced threes, right? A lot of it's him shooting pull up threes, like we've been seeing in the playoffs, where he's just pulling up threes. We see when LeBron does a catch and shoot, he can make it better. Or when he does his
Right.
little, but when he does that pull up three, it's not as efficient. That's what I'm saying. Because this would help his career. Because obviously he's not physically capable of just going past
Right.
people left and right and just
This is him
and
being
finishing.
old.
Yeah, he's getting older. We know that he's going to be
This year
39.
21 next year. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
So the
he's not
3-point
going to
shot would
improve
help
his
him.
3-point and jump shooting in
He's
year
the GOAT.
21.
He's got to
He can do
change his
that. He's
game.
the GOAT. He can do that. He's the GOAT.
He's got
Go
to
ahead,
change
Ralph.
his game.
Go ahead, Ralph.
So
Well,
Mhm.
well, the reason why I asked that because I look at this whole Laker roster, and right now, after this season, they will have $38 million in salary cap to play with. They're gonna want to keep Austin Reeves because he's a young player and he's proved himself. He's gonna ask for 2025. He's gonna ask for that. Rui, he's a free agent. He was a very valuable asset to this team. He's gonna ask for that. Now you also have that hard cap that's coming into play as well. So it's
Rui's a
like
free agent.
yeah, Rui's a free agent. I
I think he's
think they
free
have
agent.
two players that they have to where I think they're partial guarantees, and then they have Malik Beasley. That's a team option, if I'm served correctly.
right.
And you got LeBron. So you got LeBron. You got
80,
Christie, and AD.
Christie.
And the salary cap is
Vanderbilt is
30.
a team option too.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. They can waive Vanderbilt.
Nah, they
They
can pick him
don't
up.
have to pick him up. If they pick him up, that shrinks down the salary cap even more. So that makes it worse. So to even go out into free agent to try to build onto the team is very, very. They're not going to be able to get. They're going to have to go for veterans that's going to sign that. They got the mid level. They do have that, and that will probably be the.
Kyrie and Draymond Green.
Nah, you ain't gonna be able to. Kyrie's asking for pretty much the salary cap that they have.
Nobody's giving
So
Kyrie anything. Nobody's giving
Yeah,
Kyrie
Kyrie ain't getting
it,
nothing other than Dallas.
nothing.
Other
no,
than Dallas.
Dallas is willing to spend that
Like
money,
that's the only team is
Kyrie's gonna.
Dallas because
Kyrie wants what he said.
Kyrie
he want a
4
wants to
max
play in
years,
LA.
deal.
190. Yeah, he said
He want a max.
194,
He's gonna go
198.
play in LA. He's gonna go play in LA. Hey,
And
Emilio said you
don't
capping,
want him.
Ralph. Emilio said you capping, Ralph. Like
I'm not
always.
listening to Emilio. He caps in the
capping.
comments on TikTok. He got enough followers and he never gets up in the box. I'm not worried about Emilio. But
for real?
yeah, he does.
He don't get in the box?
invited.
He don't
I
wanna come
invite
in the
him all the
box?
time and he never comes up in the box. So
He never
I'm not
comes up in
listening to
the
him.
box. Okay,
But
we don't
if you
respect
look,
that in GOAT James Kingdom. You got to go into the box. You got to go into the
yeah,
box. Yeah,
it's like that's why I look at like they're gonna have to go after veteran minimums and use that mid level to build this roster next year. Because they're going to sign AR-15. They're going to sign him. If they don't,
They
they're
have to.
crazy.
They're gonna get Draymond. Draymond's already. We already know Draymond's LeBron's boyfriend.
Unless Draymond's going to accept the veteran minimum. And if you notice it with Golden State, though, he's already took he's going to want his money too because he took less
Right.
pay for KD to get there. When he
No,
reconstructed
wait.
his,
I think Draymond gonna have to opt out and
2
get
years
less.
prior. If you
Yeah,
look
he
at
have
it,
to
2 years
opt out
prior,
and get less. I don't think he's gonna do that.
Yeah, he's
2 years
opt out.
prior,
Yeah.
not as less as
Yeah, he ain't gonna
the
opt out and get
Lakers.
less.
He's
not
gonna
opt out
get
and get
more.
less.
Let me tell you something. If the Lakers had a big like Draymond right now, they'd be good because they're undersized. They don't have that's why they're losing right now. They don't have nobody because
They have Rui.
they
They,
have
they
Rui.
have Rui.
trade away
But they're gonna have to pay
every
him a
big
bag.
they
They gotta
have.
start
That's what I'm
Rui
saying.
though. They gotta start
Every
Rui.
capable big the Lakers have, they trade him away.
I mean, they're not getting hurt by the bigs. They're just getting hurt by not managing their like defense appropriate. Like starting Vando Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I wouldn't
Hold
start
a
him.
second. Hold a second.
Oh,
I
what
wouldn't
happened,
start
Wayne?
Bando.
Hold a
What happened,
second.
Wayne? What happened?
When they had a salary cap a couple of years ago, they had to give away McGee. All right, fine. It was a hard cap. You couldn't do anything about that.
Gave away everybody
Then
No,
they
it
brought
wasn't a
in
hard cap.
Dwight.
Mm-hmm.
The next year they had a after they won the championship, they had to give away McGee because I think they brought in somebody, but they had a hard cap because they utilized one or three options, which would activate a hard cap on the salary scale. So
No, it was a soft cap. It wasn't. This is the
no, they
first
had
year
a
in years. This is the
they,
first year
they,
in
they
years
had
they
a
had a hard
hard
cap.
cap. They were hard capped because they activated one or three options that would activate the hard cap.
In 2021, after 20, after
I think in 2021 or
Mhm.
I think it was in 2021.
Okay.
That's why they had to bring in so many guys on minimums. That's why I think Gasol came in. There's a whole lot of craziness they did, man.
Oh
But they
yeah,
said they didn't want to
I'm
They,
get
talking about.
hard capped
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
And what they
yeah,
do with their
right.
centers, they hardly rely on them. My philosophy is if you got a two-headed monster with your centers, then you utilize them. If you know you're going to play them, let's say about 15 minutes a game each, when they're in the game, you utilize their abilities. It's only 15 minutes a game. You can play
this
Who's
them.
is
their Who's
a
their
new
backup
NBA
center
though.
though?
This is a new
Who's their
NBA
backup
though. Like
center? Who's the Lakers' backup center?
They don't have
they don't
any.
have one.
They got
That's what I'm
Gabriel.
saying.
Gabriel.
I
They
mean,
can't
That's
play
his backup
Gabriel. He's
center,
too
man.
small.
That's their backup center. I'm not saying if he's good or not. He's just their backup center. Well, actually,
What
you
happened
got
to
Mo
Dwight?
Bamba. They never played him though.
They could have gotten Dwight. They could have kept
Mamba
Dwight
hurt.
on a veteran minimum.
Well,
He would have
They
the
had
stayed
him
problem,
the
there.
year
see, the
prior. They had
problem
a
with the
year prior.
Dwight situation, you see that AD and Dwight had those issues that year. What was that? 2022 when he came back.
That was
I
just
believe that was.
Dwight
that
is
was
high.
just one game.
Yeah, Dwight Howard is basically inviting everybody to come play with him and Ty
You ain't
Warren.
lying. He
Yeah,
said
he's just trolling.
Julius Randle. He said, oh, LeBron. Didn't he say LeBron?
He called
He
LeBron.
said
He
he
said,
said
Yeah, he called
LeBron
he
too.
LeBron.
said
Yeah.
AD. He
Chris
said
Paul.
Trey Young,
He
Chris
said
Paul.
LeBron.
Yeah,
He said LeBron. You can play till 90 over here. You can play till
yeah. And this is one other thing I want to add to that. You got to look. The Suns they're gonna retool. I'm gonna tell you, the Suns is gonna be a nice team next year for the fact that this was the first year that AD was there, and they traded all their assets to get AD. Now they're gonna go into the summer and gonna say, all right, we need to fill in these plugs. They're gonna go for big men and they're gonna try to go for shooters to actually complement the two-headed monster that they have. And they're already saying that they're trying to move Chris Paul right now. And Chris Paul, I believe
Lakers.
he's on an expiring
Laker fans
contract.
already. You know, every summer the
That
Laker
Yeah.
fans.
that is
You already
that
know
is
every summer Laker fans is what's it
Chris
called?
Paul
On the
is on the
way.
market right
Chris
now.
Paul on the way. Kyrie's
He's on the market.
on the way. Draymond's
Everybody's on the way.
Everybody's on the way. Everybody's on the way for the Lakers.
Lakers don't have nothing to trade for.
Yeah. He
Exactly.
said Zero said they should have kept Thomas Bryant, but Thomas Bryant, the
They
one
couldn't
who
pay
wanted
him.
to trade.
They
He
couldn't
wanted
pay
to
him.
trade.
He's
It
playing
wasn't
against
that
them right now.
he wanted to get traded because he didn't want to play behind Anthony Davis, and this is his contract year. So he went to Denver and got no playing
Played
time.
less minutes.
So
Right.
that's on him. He the
He a
one who
bus
asked for
rider.
the trade.
Who did they get from Denver?
No, it was a
Uh,
three-way. It was a three-way
three-way
trade.
it
trade
was
or
a three-way
something.
trade.
Yeah, because Bones
Okay.
Holiday went to the Clippers.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
so it was.
I mean,
It wasn't that.
was balling. He was balling with the Lakers.
He
though,
was.
for
Yeah,
real.
he was playing good. Like he was
He was
perfect
good.
for the
He would have
Lakers,
been
but
perfect for this
he was
series.
knocking down shots.
He's no
but
Bam
he wanted to get
Adebayo
traded.
though. He's no
He
Bam
wanted to get traded.
Adebayo though. He's definitely
Oh
no
my
Bam
God.
Adebayo. He's definitely no Bam Adebayo. And listen, we got big players. Y'all forget we just put Kevin Love on our team. Y'all forget that we got some ballers for Denver Nuggets. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Yeah,
He can shoot on the
they do their
outside
thing.
and rebound.
He's
Not
shooting
as
his
well.
threes. He's hitting his threes this series.
Yeah. He still
Nah,
got the best outlet
what's
passes
his
in the
name?
game.
Stroke. Nah, oh my God, I like him.
Listen,
Strauss.
don't
I
like
do
my
like him.
players, Nick
I like
fan.
him.
Don't like my players.
That's the only player I really like. See, I like players that's not like gonna be that star attraction. Everybody paying attention. I like the ones that's like that's role players that's playing exceptionally at a high level. I like those type of players.
We'll give you a bag of Doritos for topping.
Nah, you can kill that. We're not doing that.
He give you 2 bags of Doritos to keep topping. I don't know what the hell happened with him, bro.
Topping.
He's on the Knicks.
Nah, like with my Knicks, I'm gonna tell you right now. What's really hurting us is Julius Randle. Julius Randle's a ball stopper.
He's an all NBA player. Stop.
He's no. Listen. That's well and fine. He did that in the season. He played exceptionally well. But when it comes to the playoffs, he chokes. He dips. He's a playoff dropper. He's a ball stopper.
Like him at all.
And
I don't like Julius Randle at all.
Yeah, facts. You spitting.
He's a third option.
You spitting about that. If you notice, when Julius Randle was on the bench and they played with RJ Barrett, you seen RJ Barrett played at a very exceptional level. They play very similar styles. No. Now you're not spitting. The thing about RJ Barrett, he's 22 years old and he's not getting those touches that Julius Randle is getting so much. Like Julius Randle's 28 years old. This is the best that you're going to get out of Julius. It's not cutting it for us. So the best way to do it is trade him while his value is high, get some assets, and roll with your young players as RJ Barrett, that's 22, has not reached his peak yet. He's playing at it. In the playoffs, especially against the Heat, he played very well against the Heat. He was averaging like 22 against them and shooting. He was best 3-point shooter on that team against the Heat.
I just don't vibe with him, that's all. For some reason, like Tatum, I don't vibe with Tatum. I prefer Brown.
Brown is looking horrible right now. I like the Brown too.
Yeah, I know, but
it don't
Tatum
matter.
got the buzz.
Because like Zero said, we got Caleb Martin, we got Gabe Vincent, we got Strus, we got Duncan Robinson. We looking so good. I can't wait for this.
Yeah, Duncan making a comeback.
Oh man, I'm gonna get a tan this summer because I'm gonna be sitting out in the parade.
That's a hot take.
It's gonna be hot. We're gonna be in the parade. There's gonna be a sun beaming on me. It's gonna be the middle of June, so we're gonna have a lot of sun. I'm gonna have water, and I'm gonna have pictures for y'all, and I'm gonna go live.
I don't want to. This is disgusting to hear his narrative about him being on the bench. But this is a hot take, and this is rumors about James Harden. He just declined his last year, and rumors are saying that he may go back to Houston. That's rumors. Yeah. What do y'all think about that?
He should come to Miami. We got strip clubs.
We not.
Oh my God.
He might go to Houston. Depends on the coach too, because
Doka is over there.
The crazy thing about James Harden is, even with these last couple of years, remember when he was averaging like 30-some points a game and leading in scoring, and then the next 3 years he was like 20-10. And I'm like, this guy is really good, but I don't know, for whatever reason, is like he just doesn't have the or what it takes to carry the team forward. But he's like 20-10 easy. I don't know how the hell that's not translating into like more wins.
You got to look at when he was playing at that level. It's that Dan Antonio system, that 7 seconds offense, and that's what you got the best out of him.
20-10, buddy.
Nah, listen, if he come to Miami,
it's not as impactful.
The only reason he wouldn't come to Miami, and most players don't like coming to Miami, is because Miami has this
strict
BMI, the body to fat mass thing that they don't play with. Like you have
body mass index.
Yeah, and we all know James Harden doesn't have that body mass index.
Yeah,
we know he's never gonna come. But we're gonna get
neither does Kyle Lowry.
Huh?
Neither does Kyle Lowry.
Well,
that's true.
Whatever they require, Kyle Lowry passes it. He must have passed it because he got it. Because you can't.
He's playing very well off that bench.
The Heat will suspend you if you don't come into training camp under the right body mass index. They don't play. The Heat don't play when it comes to stuff like that. In fact, Jermaine O'Neal said that he didn't sign with the 2011 Heat when LeBron and them joined because he said that he used to walk past his cabinet and see like Oreos and think to himself he couldn't eat Oreos. And he said he was not going to spend another summer not eating Oreos to join the Heat roster. So he chose Oreos over a championship.
They lost that year. Yeah,
he would have helped us win. We would have had Jermaine O'Neal. We would have won that year. Definitely would have won that year with Jermaine O'Neal. He went to Boston and lost in Boston. He went to Boston and lost in Boston.
Playing an if game, huh?
Huh? Yeah, I can do that because I'm a Miami Heat fan today. I'm doing all subjective narratives. Today.
Oh my God! So hypotheticals.
Oh yeah, because I'm a Heat fan today. So, but listen, gentlemen, we've been on for a while, man. It's been good to have y'all folks on. Thanks for not beating Brandon and I up because LeBron is down 0-3. But we all know why. The Denver Nuggets is really, really good. I don't think LeBron could do anything to really stop the Nuggets.
Not today.
Not today. Now I'll be on your live tomorrow, Ralph. So you guys can eat me up tomorrow. Have fun with
me. They started last night, man. I was live last night. They started. Trey was in there.
Well, where's the invite, man?
Huh?
You don't where's the invite? TikTok. You got to have 1,000 followers on TikTok, so you're not allowed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, it's live on TikTok, y'all. You get a TikTok, get your followers up, man.
Yes,
it's really good.
Ralph goes live throughout the week on his TikTok. Again, you have to have 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers to join his live. But they talk about basketball and LeBron James all day. They just don't do a good job as us here at Go James. But
I wouldn't say that.
They do a good job.
I wouldn't say that. It's we all get together. We love to talk basketball. I mean, it's not all about LeBron James. Now it comes up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Hey, is Jimmy Butler top 20 if he wins the title this year? Top 25?
Nah, I wouldn't say top 20 just yet, but
he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
No. He's the GOAT.
Oh, you gonna change this? You gonna say GOAT Jimmy Kingdom? I don't think Brandon gonna agree with that one.
GOAT Butler.
Listen, today I got Brandon today. He gave me my flowers. I appreciate that, Brandon. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
But I'm gonna say I do go live throughout the week. Pretty much all day, and we discuss basketball. We do talk about LeBron and Jordan from time to time. Various players. We just love to talk basketball.
Wayne, are you on TikTok, Wayne? No, because there was somebody with a Caribbean accent that came on Ralph's live the other day that was talking crazy too. But I guess that's not true. But we also have Trey. Trey is also, you catch him right there. You see timeless_youth. He's on TikTok. He has great content on TikTok and Facebook. Travis and Craig are on Facebook, and that's where you can catch them. Craig and Travis are our trolls. They always trolling me. Craig uses the averages, and then Travis comes up with the advanced stats on me. So these are where you can catch us, guys. You know who we are. We are GOAT James Kingdom. This is A Johnny the Exposer. We got B Lee.
I'm just saying, I never heard anything about totals mentioned this whole show. For anybody's point today, it was all about what they average.
Well, I'll tell you.
Craig be on it.
Listen, I can tell you this.
Jimmy Butler, I didn't hear how good was the totals of how many points they scored, but I know their averages.
Oh my God!
Jimmy Butler.
Why would we talk about totals in a playoff series? That ain't making sense.
Jimmy Butler's definitely not top 20 because he only has 13,000 points for his career.
Yeah, that's true. He has to have at least 40, right?
There you go. 13,000. He has to have at least 15,000. I mean, come on now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We about to turn this show into another 30, 40 minutes long.
No, he's been in the league for 10 years plus. All right. All this stuff about him willing his team to win. He hasn't willed nothing yet. So let's see what happens this year. It's going to happen this year, though. It's because LeBron's not going to be in the finals. So LeBron is the only person who can beat Jimmy Butler.
Say that one more time.
Wait. Listen, from now on, right? The only persons that could be in the GOAT conversation is persons who have literally scored 32,293 points and above.
We're not doing that.
That's the bottom.
He just went 1 point over Jordan. I see what you did. He went 1 point over Jordan. We're not doing that.
That's what happened.
The Price is Right. He did the Price is Right.
He went 1 point over. 1 point over. Nah, we ain't doing that.
No, you can't be the GOAT unless
I see what you did, Wayne.
You can't be the GOAT.
1 point over.
Come on. You can't be the GOAT unless you have 1,073 games played for your career.
Oh yeah, one more game. Look at this.
You can't be the GOAT if you ain't got a trophy named after you.
Listen, you can't let everybody in. You can't let everybody in, okay?
Can't be the GOAT if you don't have more than 2 scored titles. How about that? Yeah.
Well, listen, y'all. Thanks for joining us again. You can catch us on TikTok, Facebook, IG, Twitter, and right here on YouTube as we go live every Sunday. This is GOAT James Kingdom Show with A. Johnny and B. Lee. We'll see y'all next Sunday, and we'll see y'all through the week. Let's go Miami Heat, and y'all enjoy y'all Sunday, man. You know, everybody have a blessed one. Y'all say bye to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man.
I'm telling
Craig,
you.
you got a
James.
podcast on Facebook?
Yeah, I lose these next two games. I'm trolling
Craig,
you, Johnny.
got a podcast on Facebook?
No. Craig only comments on Facebook. He's the best comment.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Okay.
Yeah,
who else has a podcast on YouTube or Facebook?
Here?
Yeah.
Nobody else here. You can follow A Weezy Bang. A Weezy Bang has a podcast on YouTube. He goes live every day. A Weezy Bang. If you really want to
Alan
highlight
Powell.
that. There's Alan Powell Show. Shout out to Alfred. Alan Powell Show. And then there's Player's Choice. Are you familiar with Player's Choice, Wayne?
No.
Oh yeah, you can.
Could you post those in the chat?
Yeah, A Weezy Bang. A Weezy Bang's in the comments, but I'll definitely show you who A Weezy Bang is. He goes live every day almost on.
Yeah, you got Player's Choice where you got Open Gym. Like Player's Choice got a whole bunch of podcasts within. They got Open Gym. They got the panel, like Fluid and Chill. They got They got quite a few within that. And like Open Gym, you can actually get on there and speak basketball. Like it's pretty much Open Gym. They go live and you go in and you start talking basketball, whatever they're talking about. I know that about that. I spoke to Dub about that yesterday when he came onto my live in TikTok.
Ghost 2000 says FYF Sports Debates.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And then you got from the sideline. They have their podcast as well. They got quite a few.
Check out TikTok. Listen, I was slow to get on TikTok. You know, as far as the TikTok, I love it. Yeah, you guys on TikTok are the best. TikTok basketball fans are not afraid to speak their minds. So I like that. I like TikTok. So definitely check out TikTok, Wayne, if you really.
And it's not hard to really get your followers up. All you have to do, and this is for anybody that's listening as well. Like once you create your page and everything, just start posting content and hashtagging within the content that's like the most popular. Just hashtag that. Soon as like all you need is one to go viral, and then you'll get so many followers before you know it. Like I know I have 5,400. I have over 5,400 followers, and like I posted a few, and then next thing you know it, one of mine had like 12K, and it took off. That's how you get your followers up. Just constantly posting. Constantly, and then you can stitch. It's a lot of stuff that you can do on there.
You do better than other Michael Jordan fans, because I know a couple of other people got Michael Jordan fan pages that don't do as good as you. So we're gonna leave that alone. If you really want to get your followers up, be a Michael Jordan fan.
No, LeBron. No, LeBron. I'm gonna tell you.
Likes up, player.
It's like if you look at it. I'm telling you, just post that context, stitch. Like even like you could do stitching to where you see a video and you see something wrong in the video, you could cut it. Johnny does it best. He probably does it. He can tell you.
I still don't know how to stitch. To be honest with you,
you don't know how to stitch.
I know what I do. I download the video, and then from there, I'm able to edit the video and do different things that way. But I still don't know how to stitch a video. Again, I'm in my 40s. Y'all got to help me. I don't know how to use iPhone 14 yet. I'm still using.
It's like. They only give you a certain amount of seconds to stitch it. Like it's hard to explain, but once you see the video, you want to take the portion of the video, and then once you see that, then you record yourself.
You just have to do somebody else's video, not our video. That's the thing. You be trying to like respond to people, but you can't.
No. I want to stitch somebody else's video because I know when we post, it asks you, can somebody stitch your video, right? So when we post, it allows them to stitch, but I don't know where the option is where it says to stitch somebody.
I got you. Click arrow and click on the arrow, and it's gonna show a lot of options. Then you scroll to the right, it's gonna show stitch.
Okay, because I usually click on the 3 dots, and when I click on the 3 dots, that's okay. So I got to click on the arrow. All right, so I'm gonna do that.
You can stitch videos. You can stitch comments too. You know.
All right, I got to
do a lot of that. You can find on the dots too.
Yeah, I'm gonna post a video today because I like to have some fun with y'all. It's all about It's all about GOAT James Kingdom, y'all. So thanks for joining us, man. Shout out to the panel, man. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all hit the likes button. Y'all check out our membership for GOAT James Kingdom. Like y'all, we got the hats, we got shirts for everybody. Zero, your shirt is coming shortly. But shout out to everybody. Thanks to the panel. Thanks to all our followers, subscribers from Facebook and on. Y'all have a great Sunday. Stay blessed. Stay beautiful. This is GOAT James Kingdom, y'all.
We'll see you guys.
All right.
All right.
All right.